Okay, hello everyone. My name is Grace Mary and I'm a recent graduate from the University of Cambridge with a postgraduate degree in law. By way of introduction, I'll just tell you a bit about my educational background. For my A-levels, I studied English literature, history and geography, and I achieved 2 A stars and an A. And then I went on to study my undergraduate law degree at the London School of Economics, or the LSE. And that was a 3-year program, and you do a mix of both core and optional modules. So the core modules, for example, would include criminal, public law, contract law, tort, and then there's over sort of 30 optional modules you can choose from. So you can really choose what area interests you and specialize on that. And then obviously I went to Cambridge after that. Why did I decide to study law? I think there were 2 key reasons. The first was that I thought they'd be a good match for my A-levels and the skills that I could get from my A-level subjects. So is anybody here studying any essay-based subjects, English, literature, history, for example, anything like that? Just raise your hand or...
I'm doing history as one of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of sort of transferable skills. So if you're reading sources, you have an analytical mind and you can use that when you're looking at cases and statutes. It's a really sort of challenging area, but also law is quite an open profession. So I knew a student who was studying biology and maths as well, and they loved their law degree. So it's definitely an open field. And the second reason was that I participated in an outreach program, which was called Pathways to Law. And I'd attended lectures about law and I'd networked with barristers and solicitors. So it gave me a bit of an insight into the field. And most universities have outreach programs or taster sessions. So if you'd like any more information on that, then please ask me at the end of the presentation. In relation to whether the course lived up to my expectations, definitely. It was a very challenging but exciting 3 years. It's a difficult course, but if you find the area in law that you enjoy, it's going to be really enjoyable. Even areas that you think you won't enjoy. I thought I would hate land law before starting, but it was really interesting once you get into it. It's really practical. It lends itself well to a career, both a legal career in practice, but also non-legal careers. I think a law degree is quite sought after by many professions, and they recognise the skills that you get during your 3 years. And finally, for a while, I was torn between English and law, but someone gave me a really good piece of advice. They said that if you enjoy English, you'll always be able to sort of read books on your own and get into English on your own, but I don't think you can do that with law. So it's a great opportunity and one that shouldn't be passed up. And that's it by way of introduction.